Roots to Wellbeing uses the 5 ways to wellbeing to support your mental health. Connect, take notice, keep learning, be active and give. Thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, hello, welcome. My name's Tracy and I'm the founder of Reflexology Space London. We're based in Loughton, Essex, and I'm a fully qualified reflexologist and energy therapist of 12 years now. And I also have a long background in paediatric nursing, especially palliative and complex care. So how am I here speaking to you as a therapist? It's only in more recent years really that I've moved away from nursing, and it was mental health issues of my own that inspired me to follow my heart and to move away from those full-time pressures of that nursing career and to pursue a more lifelong passion, and that was to develop a heart-centered holistic based practice of my own, and here I am now. Somewhere I never dreamed that I'd be, and doing what I love every day, working holistically with individuals to promote balance and optimise healing across every aspect of their well-being. So today for Mental Health Awareness Week, instead of talking, I'm not going to share my story today, but I would like to share some practical techniques to aid with mood. I'm sure you'd all agree, mood, it plays such an important role in determining our quality of life. It affects our perception of the world, influences our relationships, and it affects our physical and mental health and well-being as well. So with so many external factors bombarding and influencing us at the moment, I'd just like to share, and thought it may be useful to share as well, a self-help hand reflexology routine that I've developed for my clients during these difficult times. It's kind of just a practical tool really, just to support and to help boost and improve mood. And if you don't find that it's helpful for mood, then hopefully it will just provide you a little bit of relaxation and help you to find a moment of calm in the chaos. So this is an interactive workshop, and I'll be demonstrating the techniques in a way that you should be able to follow along easily at home. So I'm going to have my hands up here demonstrating. You will have your hands just like this, nice and relaxed in your lap, because I want you to feel the maximum benefits of this. So yeah, just please do have some cream handy, okay? You don't need any experience to take part, and you can safely use these techniques on yourself anytime at home. But to experience maximum benefits, it is best if you use these techniques as part of just a daily routine really. So the way you would with exercise, maybe meditation, diet, vitamins, just think of this in the same sort of way and just slot it into your routine. You will find that it doesn't actually take as long when I'm not talking through it. It just takes a few minutes on each hand. And it is really a lovely way of just nurturing yourself. So just quickly, for those unfamiliar with reflexology, it's an ancient healing art, and it works on the principle that there is a mini map of reflex points and zones on our hands and our feet, and that those reflex points and zones correspond to different organs and systems within our bodies, as well as our emotional well-being as well. By applying pressure on those reflex points using specific techniques, then what we're aiming to do is stimulate those pathways, release any blockages, and by blockages I'm talking about energetic blockages, not physical blockages. And in releasing those, we just allow that energy to flow more freely, encouraging our body to function at its optimum. And it's some of those reflexes and techniques that I'm going to share with you today. So, I think it's cream time. If you are going to join in at home, now's the time to grab that cream. You don't have to use cream, it just feels a bit nicer on our hands, prevents that skin from pulling, and allows our fingers to glide more easily as well. You can use any cream or lotion at all, but because we're working on mood, if you've got some sort of cream or lotion that's infused with a lovely essential oil, perhaps one with uplifting qualities, such as a citrus blend, or maybe a lavender for a more relaxing blend, then it's good to have a think about what sort of cream you could incorporate into this technique as well, just to boost and enhance overall effect of what you're going to feel. It is super important that I say as a reflexologist, I can't claim to treat or cure, but the benefits of reflexology are widely recognised out there. So let's get our cream. You don't need too much cream, just enough to cover your hands. Okay, so you can see just a bit of a blob there. And we're just going to begin by gently massaging that into our hands. And we're going to use nice slow motions. We don't want to go too fast. We're not aiming to stimulate too much at the moment. We're just trying to relax. And we're just boosting slowly our circulation, and we're warming our muscles. Make sure you get right in between those fingers there, and just take that cream down your arm as well. And actually it's useful at this point, I should have said before, just roll up those sleeves, because we are going to work a bit further down our arms. Might need just a little more cream to do that. So just a little more there, just to go a little further down our arms. Lovely. And when you've got all that cream nicely absorbed and we're ready to go, we're just going to start by gently stroking our hands, just to wake our energies, and take that stroke down your arm as well. This is a lovely nurturing, soothing movement, and it's a really nice way to start our treatment. You can begin with any hand. We're just going to start with a relaxing massage to start. I'm going to start with my left hand here, just because I prefer using my right. We're going to start with a relaxing massage of the palm of our hands. Hands should be nice and relaxed. Yours will be down in your lap, okay? We're going to use the opposite thumb to do that massage, and we're going to use a rotation movement like that. So we're just going to do a gentle rotation across the whole of the centre of that palm there. Nice relaxing movement there. Don't need too much pressure, but if you can feel that there's some tension and you want to press a little deeper, then you can, but don't cause yourself any discomfort. This is just for relaxation. Lovely. And then what we're going to do is just take that massage nice and slowly all the way down that arm and that forearm there, just to help release tension. You can do it any way that feels right to you. So you can do the movements I'm doing now, which is that sort of motion, or you can do the longer sweeping motions. Whatever feels right and whatever is most relaxing. And then just take that over to the other palm, okay, using the opposite thumb. And you can take this a little bit further at home and do this for a bit longer. Obviously, for the purposes of the video, we're not going to stay here for too long, and we're going to move it down the arm now. And remember, just whatever feels right for you. And as you're massaging, just massage with intention. Be mindful of the experiences that you're the sensations that you're experiencing. And just notice how your body is responding to your touch as well. It's not often that we use techniques such as these on ourselves. Lovely. So our arms are nice and warm, so are our hands. We're just going to knead our palms now. So around the base of our palmar surface here, we're going to use like a fist, and we're going to use the base of this part of our fingers. And we're just going to use a bit of a knuckle there as well, just to gently knead across the base of our palm there, just to release some tension. And then we take that to the other side as well, and we do exactly the same. It should be a little easier for you with your hands resting down in your lap. just clasp your hands together. We're going to do a gentle wrist rotation. So we're just going to take it gently round and round in any direction. If you have got any injuries or bony problems, muscular aches, pains, and this is uncomfortable for you, then just do whatever is comfortable for you. You can do singular wrist rotations like this. You can even just gently move your wrists backwards and forwards. It's just to release some tension from that wrist area. Okay, lovely. So our hands are nice and warm now. So I think we're ready to work some reflexes. And today I'm going to share 8 reflexes. Sorry, I forgot for a minute there. And as I said before, it's all going to focus on balancing and improving our mood. So just going to move my cream out of the way. So you can start on either hand. It doesn't matter for this routine because the same reflexes are across both hands, and we're going to work both hands, so we'll be doing it all anyway, okay? We're going to start with our head. Our head is this top part, this top padded part of our thumb here, all the way down to that first joint crease line there, okay? To work the head, we're going to have our thumb or a finger in that position, and it's called a thumb walk technique that we're going to use. And to use that thumb walk technique, you gently press and glide, press and glide, press and glide. We don't want the thumb doing that too much because that puts pressure and exertion on that joint, and we don't want to cause any problems with the joints. This is just a real gentle technique. So to work your thumbs, your hands will be down in your lap and it will be nice and easy for you to do that. I'm just going to demonstrate up here with a finger, okay? So I'll move it to the side of my face there. So we're going to just gently work that area 3 times. Doesn't matter whether you go up or down. I just need a little bit more cream there. And in our head here is our thought processes. So what we're aiming to do is calm those thought processes. If you're a visual person and you enjoy meditation or you're good at meditation, as you work this reflex, you can close your eyes and visualize tension releasing and your head relaxing. Lovely. If you do feel any sensations, any grittiness, popping, anything like grains of sand, we often feel sensations like that in reflexology, and it's just an interruption in our energy flow. So by working these reflex points, what we're doing is we're aiming to release those blockages, like I said earlier. So just give that a little massage there. And we're going to stay with our head, but we're going to the very tip of our thumb here for our brain, okay? So to work the brain, we can use a knuckle on our opposite forefinger, and you can clamp your hand together like a C shape there and just rotate that knuckle on the tip of your brain there. And this is aiming to calm our brain, and in calming our brain we should automatically improve and boost our mood. If you're finding that a struggle to rotate on the end of that knuckle, you can actually, if your fingernails aren't too long, you can pop the tips of your fingers together like that, and you can rotate the thumbs on the tips of the finger there. Again, if you feel any sensations, you can just work that area a little bit longer. And we're actually working the brain on both sides, left and right, by doing it this way. So that's our main brain here, but we also have helper reflexes for our brain in the tips of every finger here, okay? So again, we're going to work all of these ones, and then we will work the ones on the opposite side after. To work these ones, again, you can do it in exactly the same way. You can rotate, not rock, on a knuckle. You can rotate with a thumb, but often that doesn't really get deep enough into this reflex. Or you can go tip to tip and rock. And quite often, that is the easiest one to do if you have fingernails that are short enough. So we're just going to go along and do that a few times for each finger there. And for the little finger, it is easier to actually just use your thumb, because the little finger is a bit more delicate. So So you can just rotate on the end of the little finger there. Lovely. Again, staying with the thumb, we're going to work something called the pituitary. So the pituitary is a gland. It's a master gland of our endocrine or hormonal system. And it's found in the top half of our thumb, in the middle of the fingerprint swirl. And if you look from the side, sometimes you can see a little raised pea-like lump, but it's just sort of about here, okay? Just in there. So it's the pituitary, so like I said, it's our endocrine or hormone system, so we're aiming to calm and balance those hormones. Again, we're going to use a knuckle because this reflex is a little bit deeper into our thumb. So we want to pop the thumb there and rotate onto that knuckle. Again, you may feel a bit of discomfort or popping. That's fine. We're just releasing those blockages and allowing the energy to flow through our endocrine system and a pituitary there. So quite a lot of reflexes around the head, as you would expect, associated with mood. So give that area a little massage when you finish, because we've done quite a lot of work on the head there. We're going to move down to our neck reflex, which is the first joint line beneath that padded part of the thumb. And this, we're aiming to release neck tension by working on this reflex. So you're going to have your thumb, I'm going to use a finger, and we're going to walk across that reflex 3 times, and each time sweep back. So across and sweep back and across and sweep back, and just give it a little massage there. Our next reflex is a really, really good reflex for anxiety. We're going to look at our adrenal gland, again part of our endocrine system. The adrenal gland, it's situated in the natural V of our hand here. So I'm going to show you on both sides because it's on both sides. That's it. And just where I'm pushing now with my finger, that is where you find your pituitary. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to have our thumb on top and a finger behind, and we're going to pinch on that spot. I'll show you this way just because it's a little bit easier there. And if you're hitting the right spot, it might be a bit tender or uncomfortable. That's perfectly normal for our adrenal gland. Our adrenal, so the reason it's good for anxiety, this reflex, it releases our stress hormones, our adrenal, and that triggers our fight and flight response. So many of us are living in our fight and flight response at the moment with everything that's going on. And although it is good to have a small amount of stress in our lives, it's not good to be living in that response every day. And I know many of us live in that response daily for many, many reasons anyway. So this is a really good reflex for any of you out there that struggle with anxiety. And we can do that big pinch like I just said. We can pinch and squeeze. We can rotate on that spot. Or we can do a pulse where we pinch and release. And just do whatever feels right for you. Sometimes I just sit and hold, close my eyes and take some lovely deep breaths and just breathe into that adrenal with the intention of calming. And sometimes that on its own with the intention can be really helpful. With reflexology, so I just give that area a little massage there. We are working with energy and intention, so the premise is where intention goes, energy flows. So even if you're not hitting the exact right spot, your intention is still there and the healing mechanism is still there in place. Okay, so that is our adrenal. We're going to work on our nervous system next. Our nervous system is in our spine, and our spine is just down the edge of our thumb here, so not on the front or the back. If you just rotate your hand slightly, that bony edge there that you feel, that's our spine. It starts just up here, which is our C or cervical spine, all the way down to our sacral spine down here. And again, you're going to use that thumb to work that reflex. It's going to be nice and easy for you to start at the top and support that thumb with your other hand, with your hand in your lap. I'll try and do it this way. Okay, that's going to work. And you can go top to bottom or bottom to top. It doesn't matter, it's fine either way. And then we're just stroking up or down, whichever, after. And again, we're going to work that reflex 3 times. Your hands will be down in your lap, so this is nice and relaxing. It's not the best angle for me, so I'll just show you from that angle too. And stroking, just stroking down your nervous system or your spine here, this is a real nice calming manoeuvre as well, movement, just to sit and do anytime we're feeling a bit stressed. So the last reflex on this hand, before we do it all again on the other side, and you will see it only takes a couple of minutes on the other side, we're going to look at our diaphragm. So our diaphragm is a big respiratory muscle that sits just beneath our lungs, and if we're holding stress and tension, then this muscle can become tense and we don't get in our full depth of breathing. So we're aiming to relieve tension, balance that area, and increase our depth of breathing as well. So to find the diaphragm, if you just cup your hand gently and turn to look at your palm, you will find a line that forms across your palm there, so a natural line, and that's your diaphragm line. You're going to use your thumb to work that line down in your lap, okay? I'm going to just show you with a finger. So we work across and sweep back. Across and sweep back. And one last time. And once you've done the final sweep, just use your fingers of your other hand just to give that little area a nice little massage. Before just giving that hand a little stroke, just so that it knows that we finished working there. And again, include some of your forearm in that stroke as well. And then we go into stroking the other hand because we're about to swap hands. And we've already done our warm-up massage, so we're going straight into our head, okay? So we're working that area 3 times. I'm just running out of cream there. And like I said before, if you have got any areas or strange sensations, popping, grains of sand, just work this area a little more, but just don't overwork it, especially because your hands won't be used to reflexology in this way. So we move to our brain at the tip of our thumb. I am just going to do a rock because I find that a little bit easier. But remember, you can use a knuckle there as well. And then on to the other fingers, our helper reflexes. Just work all of those in turn. And they're getting a little bit of a double whammy if you're doing them tip to tip there. And our little finger, just going to do that with the tip of my thumb there. Hope you can see that, it's a little bit difficult, the little finger. Perfect. Okay, so where are we? Back to our pituitary in the top half of the thumb there. And if you use that knuckle to rock on that point. Sorry, I've got a little fly buzzing around me there. Lovely, just give it a little massage. And then move down, if you remember, just to that first joint crease below the padded part of the thumb there for our neckline to release neck tension. So just sweep back across. And just a little massage there. Okay, down to our adrenal. If you remember in the V part of our hand there, we're just going to give a nice big pinch and squeeze, or pulse, or rotate, whichever feels right to you. Lovely, just give that area a nice little massage in case you've caused any discomfort there. And then we're moving back to our nervous system down the side of our spine there. So I am going to do it this way this time. And down. Up. And sweep. And one final. So you wouldn't usually have your hands as unsupported as mine are here. This is just for demonstrating there. Lovely. That's our spine. So our final reflex on our other hand is our diaphragm. If you just like to cup your hand to find that natural line and form there again. And this hand I find a little bit more awkward because now I'm doing it left-handed. But we're just going to walk across that diaphragm line and sweep back. And if it doesn't look like I'm in exactly the right spot, please forgive me because I'm not so good with my left hand. So 3 times there. And then just a nice little massage across your the hollow of your hand there and across that diaphragm line. And then just a stroke. So we're finishing that hand now. And then we're just going to finish the session with some really beautiful, calming solar plexus breathing. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a hot flush. So our solar plexus, it is another reflex point, and it's just in the centre of our palm right here. In our body, it sits just behind our diaphragm, and it's a real tight network of nerves. It's one of our energy centres and one of our chakras as well. When we're tense and stressed, then that energy centre becomes tense and stressed as well. When you get that sensation of butterflies, that's coming from your solar plexus. So with this breathing, what we're doing is we're aiming to calm and balance. You can do this breathing at any time. It doesn't have to be as part of this routine. If you find it useful, then you can do it any time independently of these other techniques. So we're going to pop that thumb on that reflex in the centre of our palm, just there, okay? And what we're going to do in a minute is we're going to close our eyes and we're going to take 3 deep breaths in through our nose and out through our mouth. As we breathe in through our nose, we're going to gently press on that point and rotate. And as we breathe out, we're going to release. And we're going to do that 3 times on each hand, okay? So I'll stop talking for that and allow you just to follow along with me. So when you're ready, if you just gently relax your hands, yours should already be relaxed, just open your eyes and return to the room. And namaste, thank you. I really hope that you enjoyed that workshop and that you're able to use some of these practical techniques and tips going forward in your everyday life. Just super quickly, some aftercare advice. Just go gently if you have done this routine today. Just try not to overexert yourself for the rest of the day. Allow it to continue to work and the energy to flow. Do drink plenty just to flush and release any toxins that have been produced or released as part of the treatment, and be aware of healing reactions as well. Some people can feel really uplifted, some people can feel quite emotional or tired, and you can get emotional releases such as sneezing, coughing, needing to go to the toilet quite a lot. Anything like that, they are normal reactions with reflexology. But if anybody is concerned, you can get in touch with me. I'm more than happy to answer any questions or to talk about reflexology with you a little bit more and about how it may be able to benefit you. So you can find me at www.reflexologyspacelondon.co.uk, or you can find me on Facebook as Tracy Turnell. You can also find me on both Facebook and Instagram as Reflexology Space London. Thank you again. It's been lovely having you all here with me. I hope you've enjoyed it, and do take care. Bye. Thank you.
If you feel inspired and want to learn ways to support your mental health, please subscribe to our channel. Or you can find us at www.rootstowellbeing.org. And if you would like to get involved in future videos, please contact hello@rootstowellbeing.org. Thank you.